Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Patrice Roberts and I'm a 24-year-old chef. Today, we are going to be talking about my 6 month review about living in Barbados and working here and everything pertaining to migration to Barbados. I can't believe we're already here for half a year. I feel like I just came here and it's already 6 months. Just now, it will be a year, like in a twinkle of an eye. But I'm thankful for everything and I appreciate all of you for watching my videos. So let's get into all the questions that I'm going to be answering and so on right now today. So let's get into it, guys. So, firstly, why did I came to Barbados? I've said it before. I came to Barbados to experience the culture, being a different country, getting out of my comfort zone, definitely getting back into the industry. I felt like Dominica, we are tourism based, but not as much as Barbados, especially in the field that I'm in. Barbados is a lot more bigger on culinary and hospitality and so on. So that's partly why I came, and also it's part of my bigger plan to go even further and certain things that I want to get done, certain dreams of mine. So this is why I came here. We are going to jump straight into the meat of things. So, cost of living update, food prices, supermarkets, Massy versus Carlton versus cheaper options like Jordan's, Popular, and so on. Okay, it actually surprised me that from the videos I made, I'll link them down in the description below. Carlton is actually cheaper than Massy. People might know this and not speak about it, I'm sorry, but it was actually new for me to find that out because I really thought Carlton was more expensive than Massy for how people were speaking about it, but Massy is actually the most expensive place that I've shopped at currently. But you get a lot more variety. The stores are a lot more polished and pretty, in my opinion, than places like Popular and Jordan's. But in Popular and Jordan's, you can get cheaper grocery items. When we talk about rent and housing, you pay a bit for that. Comparing to back home, the price that you'd get a single apartment for is what you'll get a two-bedroom apartment for back home. And you even pay a little more than what you normally get it for back home. But yeah. But I mean, you pay pertaining to what you make and the way of life in a particular country. So let's talk about the cars, ZRs, buses, walking. So I do mostly ZRs or buses and I walk a bit, but not really to go anywhere far. So just a little bit. The bus and van system here was shocking to me. I'm still trying to grasp everything pertaining to that, but I'm a lot more comfortable than when I just came because it was really, really a shock for me. And people who come from other countries, they say too it's very uncomfortable, but you get used to it. I mean, that's the way of things here. And here it's very fast paced. So you get people being more giddy and those kind of things. Or like bam, 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 let's go. And you get buses a lot more frequent, so I like that. Next, let's go to working, a career, and life. Always been working in Barbados, opportunity, challenges, and so on. For me, so far, so good. It's not really what I expected fully. I think I wanted a bit more, or I thought it would have been a bit more Americanized in a way, or in the bigger countries. That's really what I want to do in terms of culinary and learning new things. I want to be taught new things and seeing certain things. But to me, it's very local based from what I'm seeing so far. But different places, you get more experience like that. So I think too, it's based on where you are. But generally, it's not what I expected from the industry so far. But it's not bad at all. And one of the best things for me will be the people that I work with. Most of them are very nice. We have a very good relationship. And I look forward to going to work to see them or talk and, those kind of things. So work-life balance to where I lived before. Actually, I work less here than when I was back home. But back home, I was doing business for myself. I did not work for somebody. So, you tend to work a lot more doing your own business. But I was a lot more free in certain ways, or I could have done things however I wanted, or plan out my schedule. I was traveling frequently, and going out whenever I wanted, or if I could have done anything basically. But now I do have more free time in a sense because I just go to work for my 8 hours sometimes, or if I have to work more, something like that. And then I come home and the rest of the time is for me. So work life balance is pretty normal for me. Do people earn enough to live comfortably? I would say, depending on where you work, there are some really, really good jobs, but I think it's like trade and skill jobs, like, probably mechanic work or electrical work and so on. You make a lot of money, but for other things like being in culinary, hospitality, and so on, then again, it's depending on where you go or where you work. If you get service charge and so on, you make a decent amount of money. But what I found when I came here is that practically everybody have a side hustle or a second job. So they should explain to you what it's like really living here. It's very costly, and I don't think being at one job you really make what you want to, or to compete with the way of life and how expensive things are. But for me, I've been doing just one job for now. But then again, I am comfortable and I have something to fall back on. So that's why, if needs be that I need to get another job, which I was actually thinking of doing it to earn a bit more money, but for now I'm just doing one job. Social life and culture. Meeting people, is it difficult or easy? I think it's fairly easy and to make friends, but a lot of people might be faking to you as a foreigner. That's the truth, or just want to be nosy. So that's what I've seen so far. But generally, it's very easy to meet people and make friends. And I find Bayesian people are very friendly, whether certain people want to deny it or not. But to me, they are very friendly. So I like that. What does a typical day look like for me now? For me, it's just work home. Then I go to making YouTube videos like now, or I'm editing videos. So that's pretty much all I do. So it's work, home, do my videos for my social media. I go out, but very rarely. But I do go out. But that's basically my life right now. How easy or difficult was it to adjust to the culture and lifestyle? For me, it was fairly easy because I come from another Caribbean country. We have a lot of similarities. We are different, but we do have a lot of similarities. So that was fairly easy. Community vibe, friendliness of locals. As I said, they are very friendly people to me. I find Jamaicans say they are not as friendly to them, but I mean, generally, I don't have any problems with how the locals are. They would greet you or even hold a bag on a bus or offer assistance. If you approach anyone and ask anything, they will answer you relatively quickly and good. So it all depends on that. Festivals, events, crop over, etc. I'm actually going out a bit more now, not as much, definitely. But I also went to Carry Festa. This was very nice. I went to the last day when they had Taurus Rally, and I really liked that. So this is nice. I also did some crop over events. Well, not really events, but I've been to Tipsy and then I did 4 day morning. I enjoyed the both of them. Nightlife and social hangouts. I don't really go out at night like that. I only do really like the events like that. And I'll be doing another event hopefully this month. But that's basically it. For me here, it's all about karaoke and going to a rum shop or something. That's basically what I see. Or people just sit down, have a drink, whatever, and it's about karaoke. I've not really seen much more. But then again, I do not go out as much. So correct me if I'm wrong, but that's pretty much all I see. And it's not really my thing. So probably that's why I stay home a lot too. Because I'm not a big fan of karaoke and I prefer being in a more elegant space than just a regular rum shop. But I do enjoy that sometimes as well, to just go and have a drink and relax and whatever. So that's it for me on that. Lifestyle and daily living, the weather, benefits and challenges, heat, rainy season, hurricanes. Well, hurricane season is basically over. And heat, I don't know. To me, I don't care what nobody say, but different countries, you experience more heat. And to me, Barbados is the hottest place I've lived so far. Jesus. The heat have me going, guys. And it's not only me, because I've spoken to people and they said that as well. Here is really, really hot. Dominica is hot as well. We're in a tropical climate. But here, the heat is just crazy. But I think, too, when you look at trees and rainforests, rivers, all those things, like it absorbs some of the heat. And here do not have much of that. And here is so hot and dry. Jesus. But other than that, I'm pretty okay. It's just heat. I don't find it rains as much here. So now and then, or very few showers, and it's not that long. So I don't think that's anything big. Internet reliability, utilities, and groceries. So internet is pretty reliable here. I only had a one issue with that, utilities and so on. That's good as well. So I have no complaint here. Groceries, you can get whatever you want. In most cases, like you can get something at somewhere that you want. So I really like that. And it's not as expensive as some persons might play it out to be, but it's just dependent on where you go to and what you like to eat, really. My favorite activities, so beaches, hikes, water sports, those kind of things. I don't do much activities. I love the beaches here though. They are so beautiful, like white sand, crystal waters. Like I really, really love the beaches here. What do I enjoy most about living in Barbados? For me, that would probably be the ease of access to things, and pretty much anything you want, you can find here. No joke. It might just be a bit costly, but pretty much anything you want, you can definitely find here, and I really like that. Challenges and adjustments. Anything you struggle with. Hmm. It was mainly the cost, and then the other thing would have to be the transportation, like vans and buses and so on. It was not what I was used to at all, and it was very shocking to me the way you just get onto the bus or van, and they would move off before you even get catch your seat or something like that. That to me was very, very surprising. So this was a real shock for me, the transportation and the way they drive here. But I mean, you have to do what you have to do. So how you adjusted over 6 months, to me, pretty comfortably. I mean, I feel comfortable living here. I've driven here already. I've been out. I can take a taxi comfortably or call. I have contacts now for those things. I go grocery shopping alone. I do pretty much anything that I want to do. I feel very comfortable and at home. So it's like, to me, I've adjusted very well here. So no complaints for that. I mean, in time, everything gets better, and I've been here now for half a year. I definitely should be accustomed. Safety and crime. So, to me, it has quieted down a bit now from the past month, like in August or just before August. Now it's a little bit less, not as much as you've been hearing before. And as I said, I felt it was splitting into crop over, and I think that was really the case. But you definitely still hear things happening. But it's again, it's mostly gang related. It's nothing to really be scared or afraid of. So reflection and advice. Would you recommend Barbados to others considering moving? Definitely. That's the whole idea of even my YouTube channel and the amount of videos I make and talking about Barbados or to get to Barbados and so on. I would definitely encourage people. And if you're looking for a fresh start, I think here is a good place. The population is high compared to other things, but you can definitely make your way here. And coming from another country, we tend to work a lot harder and smarter than the locals in that country, and they take for granted what they already have, and we can see the opportunities in a country, just like somebody would come to our country and see those opportunities that we might not be seeing. And you can make a lot of money here depending on what you do, and if you work hard. and you really want to put in that work. So I would definitely encourage people to come here. My biggest lesson learned in 6 months, preparation is key. That is number one. To me, definitely have some cash set aside. Preparation is key if you want to come here. Preparation is key if you want to come here. And I will sing that song until my dying day because it is. And for me, the shock was the amount of things you actually have to get done when you get an island. Coming October 1st, there will be some changes, but you actually have a lot of little things to do. And I've never seen a video of people talking about it. And just come and try to struggle and battle it out on your own. And I have more videos to make because you have to focus on things like NIS, your TAMIS number. It's a whole lot of things that you need to actually put in place to start to work here and be legalized here and all of that. And you don't see it. And it's not just you hopping into a country and then boom, you're exposed to everything and you can do this, you can do that. No, you actually have things that you need to put in place. And I'm planning on making other videos to explain all of that for you guys. So when you come, you know exactly what you have to do, where you have to go, and the steps to get to all your documents and everything like that. So stay tuned for that. My future goals. Do I plan to stay longer? What's my next step? So I am planning on staying here. If I move, I want it to be further, even out of the Caribbean, somewhere like Canada or something like that. But whatever works out or is best for me. But for now, I'm in Barbados and I want to see how things really go. So far, I love the country. I want to get more immersed in the culture and in the industry. I think there is so much more to experience, and I really want to do that. So I am here to stay for a while, guys. If anything comes up, you guys will be seeing and hearing from me because I'm here every 2 days of the week, which is mostly Wednesdays and Sundays. You will be seeing me and I'll be speaking to you guys or even over on my TikTok. So you will definitely see things. Anyway, that's basically it for this video. I thank you guys for watching me and sticking around to the end of this video. I appreciate all of you guys. You can also ask me any questions you might want to ask me, and you can also leave a comment with anything that you might want me to talk about or hit on in any way, shape, or form. I'm open to that and I answer all my comments, no matter if it's not the same day, but I do answer them and I interact with you guys all the time. Again, I thank you so much for the support and coming back to my video. Fun fact, when I did my last month review of my 5th month living in Barbados, I was at 172 subscribers. And this month, I am at 356 subscribers. So I'm so happy for that. And I know that will continue growing. Hopefully, next time I do a monthly review, would be a lot further, probably at 500 or a lot closer to 500. I think it is possible. And I just thank you guys for watching me and supporting me on my journey here on TikTok and on Instagram. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.